Hello, floss tubers. Again, Happy New Year. It's January 2, and it's currently 9:03 in the evening, Philippine time. I had a good day today. I feel much better. I still sound very nasal. The cold is still lingering. I'm still coughing, but I could say that the flu is on its way out the door. Anyway, it was my first day of work today. I haven't been back to work for more than a week, and I was able to see another fellow cross stitcher at the DMC local store, and I told him about the videos that I've been making, and it sounded like fun. And also, so that was a real life cross stitcher. But earlier this morning, I was able to hang out with a fellow floss tuber in one of the Google Hangouts. Hi Freddy, this is a shout out to you. You inspired me to make this video with one of your own videos. You were unique and you were able to do 3 tags in one video, and I'm going to attempt to do the same. So you did the Know Your Needleworker tag, Stitcher Moose tag, September tag. I know I'm already late to the ball game, but I'm gonna try to catch up. So, where do I live? You guys already know this. I live in the sunny islands of the Philippines. I'm smack dab in the center of the city. I'm hours away from the beach, and yeah, but that's okay. I'm happy in my house. I'm not really a beach person. I'd rather go up to the mountains where it's cooler rather than bake under the sun. But just in case any of you guys do decide to go to the beach or go on a fly and go on a vacation, by all means, please do come to the Philippines. Google and check Boracay or Palawan. Those are places that you guys should go to in your lifetime. Boracay has powder white sand, as soft and as white as baby talcum powder. And it's, to your advantage that your dollars or your pounds or whatever monetary value or whatever money you guys have, it translates to a lot here. So the cost of life or the cost of living here is not as expensive as where you guys live. It's good to come visit, vacation, live in the Philippines. What do I do for a living? I work in malls. It's a bit of a broad term, but basically I help my sister manage a handful of nail salons. So I get to go to a different mall every day, which means if I run out of floss, there is a cross stitch store that I can visit in every mall that I work at. Lucky me. Unfortunately for me, these cross stitch stores only have local cross stitch patterns, meaning DMC Philippines produces their own local patterns. They're really good. I mean, they're as big as probably some quick stitch heaven and earth designs or Tilton crafts or pain free crafts. It's like a full paper, full A3 or A5 size, 6 pages of that, complete whole stitches, really good detailed work. I did a project, I stitched one of their patterns, and I could say it was very well done. Where was I? Yeah, the local cross stitch stores only basically carry the local cross stitch patterns, the originals I mean. If I wanted to get any Leisure Arts or Stony Creek or Mirabilia or any cross stitch magazine, I will have to pray to all the stitching gods that I will find a copy in one of the second-hand bookstores. Other than that, I have to buy outside of the country. So whenever somebody travels, somebody buys something for me, or more often than not, I went stashing in the online sales groups on Facebook. Or yeah, you have 123 Stitch and so and so. Well, I haven't ordered anything from so and so, but yeah, and Etsy. So the online groups or online eBay. I forgot to mention eBay. I love eBay. My credit card does not love eBay, but I love eBay. Anyway, yeah, I get my stash mostly online because that's the only way I can get the patterns that you guys are stitching, or else I'd be stuck stitching just the whatever's available here. Um, yeah, so that was what do I do for a living? I stash and I work. Do I have children? Not yet. Um, Firmly believe that if we get blessed with children, that'll be after we're married. But I do count my dollar as my first kid. Dadu! You guys gotta see. Dadu! This is my dollar. Okay, he's my first kid. Yeah. Do I have pets? No, I have a kid. And I have pets. There's Dollar and Pounds, 2 doggies. Then there's Disney and Pixar, 2 lovebirds. Then there's Polly, Smithy, Chaplin, Harvard, Garfield, and Shrek. There are 6 cats. Hobbies? Other than cross-stitching? Does stashing count? No? Well, then I'd have to say reading books. I'm a voracious reader. I read during lunch. I read whenever I have free time. So it actually took a back seat when I got into cross-stitching. So they were bumping heads for a time until I discovered audiobooks. So I'm gonna say that I read even while I'm stitching because I'm reading with my ears instead of my eyes. I know I'm supposed to say listening, but just for the sake of defending the fact that I read. I also watch a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows. My panda and I have only one vice, which is we watch movies. We watch at least one every week. And I'm not talking about on TV or on your VCR or DVD player or on your laptop. We actually go to the movies, get popcorn, drinks, and we watch movies. We don't go to bars, we don't party, we don't do all of that stuff. We just love watching movies. What do I do while I'm stitching? I watch TV shows. But more often than not, I'm chatting with my panda. He lives at his house with his folks. I live here with my folks. And we chat with each other every night since before we became boyfriend and girlfriend. So we chat every night. Sometimes we just chat straight, nonstop, or sometimes we're chatting while he's doing his thing, tinkering on the. Okay, you can see Pounds. Pouncy, Pouncy, yippee, Pouncy. This is Pounds. Another fur baby. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, we chat at night. He's either tinkering and I'm stitching or doing something else, but we basically chat. That's what I do while I stitch. But if he's not able to go online and I'm not watching a TV show, I'm probably listening to an audiobook. And more often than not, that audiobook would probably be Hunger Games. I don't know why, but I've discovered that Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay are very conducive for my cross-stitching. I mean, I've listened to those books over and over and over. I can't count the number of times I've listened and re-listened and listened again to those books. There are weekends where I listen to all 3 books in one day, and as soon as the Mockingjay finishes, I go back to Hunger Games. There is something very bewitching about the words, "May the odds be ever in your favor." I love it. I love the movie, but the books are always better, and my imagination soars when I hear the words, and I'm just stitching. So I'm just watching it all in my mind while I listen to the words. What's my favorite movie? That would be Dead Poet Society. It inspired me to become a teacher. And then after Dead Poet Society... Wait, did I just say Robin Williams? No. This is the 7th time I've tried to make this video, so I don't know if I've already answered it or not, and I don't want to click pause to check if I've answered it or not. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm apologizing, but you're gonna hear it again because I still don't know how to edit movies or videos. Yeah. Favorite movie, Dead Poet Society. It inspired me to become a teacher. Robin Williams, if you can hear me up there, no, there's nobody in the world like you. And your words have given life, your voice has given life to the words Carpe Diem, seize the day. It also gave life to the words Good Morning Vietnam. But you know, I'm talking about Dead Poet Society, sorry. You are one awesome dude, and the world lost a lot when you left us. Tribute, little tribute. Okay, other than Dead Poet Society, I love Lord of the Rings. We're talking 1, 2, and 3. I also love Hobbit, but 1, 2, and 3. But Lord of the Rings, 1, 2, and 3, there's something about it that is unmatched in any other movie. I'm sorry, I know, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's good. Interstellar, it's good. You know, whatever movie that you like. Star Wars. Honestly, okay, don't kill me. Okay? I know my Panda will be watching this, and our friends at Lucasfilms will be watching this. Do not kill me when I say Lord of the Rings trumps Star Wars. The ring rules them all. No force is stronger than the ring. Okay, yeah. Lord of the Rings, come on. They have elves and dwarves and hobbits and ents. They have Pippin. When Pippin sang, come on. They have Legolas who can run uphill, you know, and never bend his back or break a sweat or huff. And when Aragorn throws Gimli, I mean, a human, sort of human, throws a dwarf. Nothing beats that. Okay, Lord of the Rings. Movie. Yeah, basically, I'll stick to that. Though, of course, I love Broadway musicals. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, Sound of Music, Kismet. I love anything, any musical made during the golden years of Hollywood. Actually, even the musicals that they're trying to come up with now, like I'm eagerly waiting for Into the Woods, which is one of my most favorite musicals. But, yeah, I mean, even Meet Me in St. Louis, Louis, meet me at the fair, or I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Those movies are timeless. They bring joy to the heart, they bring happiness to my ears. It's a feast of color and costumes to my eyes. My golly, have you guys watched Brigadoon? The dress, the white dress with the orange petticoat and all the Scottish tartans? Yeah, Brigadoon. Feast for the eyes. You know, good for the ears. Whatever. Anyway, Broadway musicals. Lord of the Rings, Dead Poet Society. Am I missing something? Yeah, TV shows. From the past, I would say Friends and Will and Grace because I love to laugh, which brings me to the present, Big Bang Theory. I love Sheldon! Okay, what else? I love White Collar, Elementary, Sherlock. Hello, Benedict Cumberbatch. And there's Warehouse 13. There's, well, I love cartoons too. I love, um, I don't know if you guys watch animes. I'm guessing that's considered a TV series. There's this very, very old cartoon called Candy Candy. Mm. Eh, Candy Candy. And recently, I'm addicted to America's Next Top Model, Project Runway, So You Think You Can Dance, and Downton Abbey. There is a game on iCrossstitch and I'm Not Ashamed, which is a Facebook group that I help man that I call Spot the Stitch. I think I invented it. I'm not sure if somebody ahead of me did it, but I call it Spot the Stitch, where we go, we surf through TV shows, movies, whatever, and we look for pictures of cross stitching hanging on the walls or on pillows, or people in the act of cross stitching, and we try to get a snapshot or mention what episode and which part without doing spoilers, where we spotted the stitch. Downton Abbey is a feast for the eyes. The gowns, the clothes that they wear. But did you know, I noticed that nobody seems to be allowed to be happy in that show. Honestly, okay, I know, sorry, I digress from the entire tag game, but let's talk about Downton Abbey. Somebody gets married. They're happy, they're in love, they get married. Somebody dies. Another couple gets married. They're so happy. Somebody dies. Another couple gets married. Somebody goes to jail. Oh, wow, he gets free. Somebody else goes to jail. And look, that other couple. I'm so afraid of anybody getting together because I know something's gonna happen to one of them. No one's allowed to be happy in that show. But does that stop me from watching? No. I'm already prepared to have my heart broken with almost every episode. I'm so afraid of any Christmas special because somebody will probably go. But yeah, I'm already at the end of the season and I'm waiting for the next season, and I'm just, I wonder what will happen. Who's gonna die next? Or, twist. But I'm saying right now, no one is being allowed to be happy in that show. Somehow, sooner or later, something happens. Anyway, what else? Shows, favorite. Did I say books? Have I answered the favorite books? If not, I'll do it quick. Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, Dragonlance 1, 2, and 3, Belgariad, the entire series, Anything and Everything by... Okay, now I know I haven't answered it. Anything and Everything by Tamara Pierce. If you are looking for a good fantasy author that is an easy read but will still set your minds on fire, the author Tamara Pierce. She is the bomb. From her first quartet, the Lioness Quartet, to the Circle of Magic, to the Circle Opens, to Immortals, every single quartet or every single series that she makes, her sheroes, she makes female heroes. So her sheroes capture your heart and just stays there. They come alive. Which brings me to Harry Potter. Now, Harry Potter's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those books, J.K. Rowling, you hit the mother lode. Whatever inspired you to write the Harry Potter books, I don't know what it is, but keep smoking it. She was able to capture every single kid's dream, pick out the best parts, and write a series of books about it. I mean, I'm sure all of us at one time or the other have dreamt of either flying or doing magic, seeing mythical creatures, having friends, good triumphing over evil. I mean, We've dreamt these things somehow, and she was able to write them down in a series of books that I will flat out say will be immortalized, will live far longer than all of us combined. Harry Potter rocks. I don't know how to say it, but Harry Potter will live on. And Tamara Pierce, going back to Tamara Pierce, her characters are as vibrant as Ron, Harry, and Hermione. So yeah, go ahead and pick up a copy of anything by Tamara Pierce. I suggest you start with the Lioness Quartet and just follow her. Just look at her body of work and just follow it one by one. Personally, I love the Circle of Magic characters the best, but every single one of them, they, they're all good. You can't go wrong. Just read them in order. Anything. Yeah, those are the books. Favorite music? Broadway. Take, what? I don't want to sing. I don't, Broadway. Yeah, snack. Ice cold Coke Zero, and I mean ice cold, the type that you go glug 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 at the end. Ice cold Coke with a bag of salt and vinegar chips. Preferably Lay's. This is a commercial. Lay's salt and vinegar chips. But I have to admit, I do have a local brand of chips that I love. It's still salt and vinegar. I think it's called Uishi or whatever, or it's by Uishi. But it's basically a beer match. There's a little logo of beer and it says beer match, so it's good when you're drinking beer. I don't drink beer. I don't drink anything alcoholic. I don't even drink coffee. Yes, you heard me right. I don't drink coffee. My caffeine of choice or my poison of choice would be a Coke or a Coke Zero. Wait, I love the smell of coffee. I mean, if I appreciate coffee when it's next to me and somebody else is drinking it or somebody else is brewing it. The smell of coffee is heavenly. But even if I put a ton of sugar or syrup or whatever in it, it will always taste bitter to me. I guess I have hyper bitter taste buds because it really just tastes bitter. And trust me, I've put milk, I've put honey, they've done everything. Starbucks has put everything and anything in there just to mask the taste, and I will taste the coffee and it will always taste bitter to me. So I just learned to appreciate coffee by scent. Okay. Num 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 num. So salt and vinegar chips. Wait, going back to favorite music, Broadway tunes. But currently, I am addicted to Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. If you've seen the video, you'll understand why I find it so silly, so much fun, that I love Shake It Off. I also like the other one. I forgot who sang it, but it's all about the bass, don't no trouble. I'm all about the bass. Whatever. That one. That was cool. But there's a YouTube version of that where the girl's playing a bass thing. Sorry, I don't know what it's called. That big, gigantic, violin-looking guitar thing. That one was so good. Look for it. Google it. All about the bass. Yeah, different versions of it. Word to describe yourself best. I'll let you guys describe me. If you can leave comments and you can think of words to describe me, please do so. I have no answer to that one. Favorite DMC color? Also no answer to that one. But I do love the color violet, so anything in the family of violet I love. But if you're asking me for a number of flaws, can't answer you. All I do know is I don't want to stitch any project that has a lot of white, B5200s, or ecru. They get those are those color or that color family all the neutrals, I guess you call it, natural, no, neutrals, white, beige, ecru, B5200, anything in the family of white will give me nightmares. I just, I, no. Okay, what am I reading right now? Okay, I am reading The Enchanter Heir from the Air Chronicles. It's book number 5, and let me check. Who is this by? Something something Chima. Let me double check. Something something Chima. Cinda Williams Chima or Chima. Okay, if you've read the series, books numbers 1, 2, and 3, I love them. I mean, not really loved. I liked it. I liked books 1, 2, and 3 that it kept me reading. 1, then 2 and 3, and then 4. Now I'm in 4 and I am suffering. The characters in it has failed to capture my emotions, my heart, or my interest. Yes, the characters in books 1 to 3 do get to talk to the characters in 4, but I'm more than halfway through the book, and until now I'm like, okay, then what's gonna happen next? Yeah, book 4 I think is a flop. I'm just gonna finish it just so I could see where it's going. But other than that, it's one of the few series that I think that the last book would disappoint me. Which brings to mind another series of books that disappointed the hell out of me. If you guys have read The Divergent, if you've watched the movie and you've read the book, if you've read the last book, without giving spoilers, let me know how you feel in the comments below. Without giving spoilers for anybody else, word your words properly. Find or form your words properly so that we don't give spoilers to possible readers or movie watchers of that series. But let me know what you think about the last book of the Divergent series. All I can say is because of that last book, I am not even interested in watching the movies. I mean, movie number 2 and 3. I wanted to throw the book across my room. Unfortunately, my book was on my iPad, so I can't throw my iPad. But yeah, it was so... Let me know what you think, but make sure you don't give spoilers. I hate spoilers. Okay, where was I? Blah, 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 blah. What do you like to listen to while you stitch? Audiobooks, Hunger Games, music. I love 80s music. I love Disney music. I love... I've already said it. Broadway musicals. I love the theme song of Anne of Green Gables. And, okay. Holiday traditions. This will be interesting. But before I do that, sorry, my phone's... That's my phone. Holiday traditions. September 1. 12:01, right after midnight on September 1, I send out a text blast to all of my friends and family and my relatives and whoever is on my phone that I feel that I like. I will text them, Merry Christmas and a happy ho 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 holiday. And I've been doing this since I first got a cell phone. I just love Christmas. I mean, I love greeting people Merry Christmas, and I want to be the first one to give holiday cheer every year. Now, some of my friends have joined the bandwagon, and they do greet others Merry Christmas on September 1 too. In fact, they've turned it into a race. Every year, we try to compete and see who gets to greet who first. Well, if I win, I gloat. If they win, they gloat. Now, I got you first. But still, Merry Christmas. So that's September 1. So from September until Christmas, we basically listen to Christmas carols in the malls, in the car. I sing. And then on December 24, I started celebrating different kinds of... Well, no, not celebrated. My traditions have changed the past 4 years because it had to include my panda's family's tradition. So on the 24th, lunchtime, he and I drive out of town, so to the rest house out of town, so we could celebrate Christmas lunch with his family. His family's tradition is they invite orphans from the local orphanage along with the nuns. They have mass at their house, and then we give them their loot bags. They have food. Sometimes we play games, sometimes we don't. But basically, they run around the lawn having fun. And then when they have left, the family's left behind, and we exchange gifts. And once that's done, late in the afternoon, we drive back to Manila, which is around an hour and a half to 2 hours away, so that we could spend time with my family for dinner, which reaches until midnight. And then when it comes to midnight, we exchange gifts. Now, giving of gifts in my family has its own tradition. We do scavenger hunts. When I was growing up, my mom would give us a list of clues that I would have to run around the house solving so I could find where the next clue is or where the next gift is. And that tradition is carried over to my nieces who are now 15 and 16 years old. They get clues too. I mean, I give them pieces of paper, they solve the clue, they go to another area, they grab another clue. It just as a sample, it sounds something like this. OMG, you have found me. Now run, look for the biggest TV. Blah 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 blah. Something like that. If I'm good, I can make it rhyme. If not, no. But I basically make them run around the house. So when midnight hits on the 24th, they change from whatever heels they're wearing into rubber shoes because they know I'm gonna make them run. Sometimes they have to do consequences, like they have to hop up and down on one foot while clucking like a chicken, or they have to sing in front of my dad in order to get the next clue. But you get what I mean, right? That's Christmas tradition. For New Year, my family has weird traditions too. At midnight, we have to start jumping. While the rest of the world set off fireworks, we jump. Legend has it, wait, let's do that properly. Legend has it that if you jump at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve, if you jump, you will grow taller. Now, I've been jumping since I was young. My height peaked at 5'3" in high school, and I have not grown an inch since. But that has not stopped me from jumping until now, in the hopes that maybe I will grow taller. No, I stopped hoping. Seriously, I'm just jumping for the sake of, it's New Year, we have to jump. So my nieces are jumping, my parents are jumping, my sisters jump, everyone's jumping. Now, while we're jumping at midnight, my sister scatters coins all over the house. And as soon as she goes, go, everybody runs through the house. Literally, this year I dove, like I did a Superman on the floor and just gathered whatever coins I could get, so I could pick them quickly in my little safety circle of safety in my arm, so no one else can pick whatever coins. We do this all around the house, and it's crazy. Sometimes she would also throw small paper bills, like small denominations only, from the second floor, so they waft crazily around while they fall, and we're just like jumping, reaching, and trying to catch all of them. It's a riot. Literally, I think I joined my first Google Hangout. Like I popped in for a few minutes right after midnight of New Year's Eve. It was 2 a.m. in the morning, and my voice sounded really bad because I was laughing and jumping the entire time during New Year. So yeah, those are our holiday traditions. Here in the Philippines, everybody celebrates New Year's Eve like you would 4th of July. They set off fireworks and create so much noise. Supposedly, it's to drive away the evil spirits and bring in good luck with all of the noise. And I think it's the Chinese tradition that carried over and morphed into that. But it's all good. Yeah, that's New Year tradition. And last but not least, why is my username the Stitching Panda? I had a wallet from Hong Kong that had a panda on it. And the reason why I bought that was it looked exactly like my fiance, then boyfriend, and I started calling him the panda. And he started calling me Panda Girl. At first, I objected because I said, I don't want to be a panda. I'd rather be a unicorn, or a dragon, or a dog, or even a cat. I mean, of all animals, why a panda? Or a panda girl, for me. And he goes, well, if you're gonna call me the panda, you're gonna have to be the panda girl. And I'm like, no, I can be a dragon. I could be a unicorn. Or I'm always thinking, but he goes like this, we have to be of the same species. Makes sense. If he and I were to be together, pandas have to stick together. A panda cannot be with a unicorn or a dragon. A panda and a dragon. No. Panda and a unicorn. Panda and a giraffe. So it's the panda and the panda girl. I refuse to have a YouTube name that says Panda Girl. So, since I cross-stitch and all of my videos will be about cross-stitching, I'm the Stitching Panda. I'm keeping it that way because though cross-stitching has leaked into my personal life, and a lot of my friends and my family know that I cross-stitch, I don't want to flood their walls with my cross-stitching. So I try to limit it into the Facebook groups, and now I'm limiting it on YouTube. It's a hobby that I love, and I asked the panda before, do you think I'm ever gonna get sick and tired of this hobby? He says, at the rate you're going, no. You may slow down and, set it aside, but I don't think you'll ever drop the hobby of cross-stitching. And I hope so, or else my stash will go to waste. But yeah, I love to cross-stitch now. I love stashing, but I will stash in 2016, not 2015, because of the stash diet. And yeah, I just realized, I believe I just finished answering all of the questions on the tag video. So, just in case you guys can think of a word that best describes me, please put it in the comments below. It would be nice to read it. I'm afraid oh gosh, did I just open myself to possible negativity? Okay, can we apply that if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all? So, yeah, please spare me any sadness and grief for 2015. It's been such a happy start. Let's keep it happy throughout the year. Okay, yeah. Think of a word that best describes me. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post. I will try to respond as soon as I can. Please let me know if I'm doing things right. I don't have enough confidence to do tutorials because I'm not as good as the other cross-stitchers, but I do have some head knowledge to share. If it's not head knowledge about cross-stitching, at least my experiences. Yeah, so just let me know if I'm doing things correctly or not, or guide me into doing things correctly. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now because my throat is starting to ache. Have fun playing with your dinglings. May you all keep the frogs away and have a happy stitching evening, morning, or afternoon wherever you are in the world. Again, Happy New Year and happy stitching. Bye!